Hi, this is Nikki. I just wanted to show you this junk journal I've made for a friend who did me a favour. She lives in America, and so I've made a sort of a Britishy themed one. I took some old book covers and covered them. This is Tim Holtz paper, and then this is from Paper Mania, the Portobello Road line. There's some tiles from a vintage game, and a little doily and a crocheted flower, a Union Jack button, and these are some buttons that I got in Hong Kong, little butterflies. And then on the back I've used some like 1950s stamps, I think they are, and this is like an advert for a hotel in London, and this is part of an advert label for some candles to be made. I think it was Slough, I think it says. This is some more paper from that line on the Portobello Road, and I've made a little pocket here, put a little bow which is made out of ribbons with crowns on. There's a little tag here with a picture of the Queen on, one here with just some pocket watches on, and there's a little tag there which I've written just to Anne on it. There's another vintage stamp there, and this again is part of the paper line. This is from a different paper line, and I've just made a little tag there with a Union Jack piece of paper. So then I've put the usual things in my junk journal. As a playing card from Monopoly. That's just a little journaling spot. A notepad I've got here where you can take telephone messages, so I've used a page from that. This is from Peter Rabbit book, which is a favourite, so I've put that in. This is a little envelope, and I've decorated it with some old tickets, and inside I've just got a few little mini postcards. This is from I think it was Brookbond Tea, where you collected cards. It's quite an old one. It's all about kings, and so I put that in that way, so hopefully if she's interested she can read the information about each picture. This is from a pretty notepad I've got, some Monopoly money. Just put an old ticket there, and on the back here this is about street criers in London. It's a bit from another notepad, Alice in Wonderland page. This is from a book about collecting British stamps, and this is somebody gave me this book, a things to do list, and I just thought it was quite nice. That's sort of like a ledger, and then on the back it's got appointments and a bit of grid paper there. A postcard there, I think it's is it a Turner or a Constable? Anyway, it's in the portrait gallery, so I put that in. Another old ticket, just put a bit there. Another bit of that things to do list with special attention and some more grid paper. This was a piece of paper I zentangled on, and then I've made it into a little envelope. A bridge scoreboard, and I've made a tab there out of some washi tape. A little Roldex card, and I think that was from the paper line that's in the works at the moment, if anybody's interested. This was from an old postcard book about London, so there's Piccadilly Circus, and then on the back is Regent Street. I mean, apart from the cars and things, it looks pretty much like that still. Of just a nice piece of card there, and I've put on some pretty washi tape, which I really like. I don't know if you can see that. It's got rabbits and stags and owls and things in, just, you know, sort of like British wildlife. Put one of my little envelopes on there with the white rabbit on, and I put a little bingo card. There's a little card here with little British scenes on. Actually, yeah, British, because that's the Giant's Causeway, isn't it, in Ireland, and the White Cliffs of Dover. So yeah, so that's quite sweet. Put that in there for her. There's a clocking in time card. These were some gift tags I found, and I just thought they were so pretty. You know, cups and saucers, very, very English. So I've put one of those on, just on a index card. It's a bit here from a journal, and I've stuck down the best places to see. There's a bit of washi tape there with the London Underground on. I bought this book of postcards, and they're all sort of this sort of drawing of English, predominantly London things. So I've put those in, and then if you look at the back, it's quite a nice, you know, dear, we've been to, we saw, we went to, tomorrow will. I thought it was quite a nice postcard, so I put that in. This is from a game, My Word. This is all about London again. That's about Jane Austen, and that's about John Nash. Nice piece of note paper there, and I've just put an old ticket on. Oh, somebody gave me these playing cards with the Union Jack on the back, so I've put one of those in. One of my paper bags, and I've put some stamps on it, and I've put a couple of leaflets in here. I work in Winchester a couple of days a week, so I picked up some leaflets here. Winchester Cathedral, and about the lovely map and places on it. And then on the back of there, oh, I've also put some postcards in there as well for one of those vintage black and white ones of the royal family. That's obviously Andrew, Princess Anne and Charles there. This one before Edward was born. And then on the back here I've made a pocket, and I've put a few things in here from the one of the Paper Mania paper lines. So I've put that in there for them, for Anne to use as she likes. It's one of my favourite characters from, I think it was a birthday card or a gift tag. Some Tatty Teddy. A bit more of that paper, and on the back here I've put a piece from the scrapbooking line from Paper Mania again. There's little tags in there, so I took those in for her. This was a piece of old map, and so I've made a little pocket out of it, a little pocket bit there, and there's tag there, and this is some post-it notes somebody bought me, and so I put a few of those in for her as well, because they're a bit different. This is a postcard I've got of some cups and saucers, and this one is from Royal Dalton, so from Staffordshire, further up the country, so I thought that was quite nice. Some nice paper there. This was an article out of a magazine, so I've backed it with some old paper about, it's from the war pensions, because I think it was in the National Trust magazine, so you might find that interesting. There's a bit from a from a game, I think it might have been like Snap, but it got a little cottage on it, so I put that in. Here's some more of that map. So I put that in for her. It's quite an old map. There's a little advert here for blankets from a company in London. I've used an index card with an A on for her initial. This is from a National Trust book about British birds, ducks and, you know, wildlife sort of thing. So I've put that in there for her. Little postcard, another nice piece from a notepad, a film journal. This is from a little map book, so she can see where I am, right over there. It's a book I had about Princess Elizabeth before she became the Queen. So here's her mum, talks about that, and there she is with her sister, having tea on the lawn, from a book journal. I picked, this is from a game. This was pre-1969, when we still had old money, before we became had decimal. And then it's a postcard here from the original drawings for Winnie the Pooh. Another page out of a journal, and I've just stuck, this was like a little gift tag set, and I've took this because it's got like a Tudor house on the back, so it was very nice. A little cup and saucer. This is from going down the Mall in London, and I've put in here an English train ticket. And then on the back here is a bit about the Strand and Charing Cross in London. I made like a library pocket here out of some vintage music paper and stuck some stamps on it, and then I put a couple of little cards in there for her, and then put another stamp here with Prince Philip and the Queen on. Some nice writing paper. I made an envelope here out of I think it might have been a calendar, might have been, or a book, I can't quite decide. Another piece from the paper line from Portobello Road, a sea ticket, another bus ticket there, some paper there, and I've made a little pocket here with a tag in it, journaling spot, and then the back here, back cover, I've just put some English flowers and another stamp for her. So I hope she likes that. I won't put this on YouTube till I know she's got it. So I hope you like it, Anne. And if you want to ask any questions, please do.